international adventure right here in Central Ohio.
Speaking of crazier things, so where's Johnny this morning?
Good morning. We're in Lithopolis at Das KaffeeHaus
von Frau Burkhart.
Frau
standing
Burkhart.
here with us.
Okay. Das KaffeeHaus. Joe Contino, we know Joe from the Italian festival every year.
Which is kind of weird.
Yeah, that is strange. And Joe, here you are, this Italian guy, but you're Herr Joseph here.
Herr Joseph here, yes.
What's going on?
Well, here's what's going on.
Yeah.
In my real life, you know, I'm a pilot in the Air Force. I travel to Germany all the time. That coupled with my wife, who is full German.
Right.
I wanted to bring the coffee house experience from Germany to America.
Is that what the nightclub music's all about?
Yeah, yeah. A coffee house, and this is actually modeled after a coffee house that I frequent in Aachen, Germany.
Really?
And it's a social atmosphere. It's very different from an American coffee house.
Okay.
It's people go to a coffee house in Germany to socialize. The music there is probably 5 to 6 times louder.
Is that right?
Yeah, yeah. It's more of a bar atmosphere, actually.
Okay, really cool. So come on back. We're going to make some German goodies back here in the kitchen and also find out the difference between German and Italian coffee right here in Lithopolis at Das KaffeeHaus.
Von Frau Burkhart.
Yeah,
Guten
the
Tag.
whole thing. I don't have time for that.
Guten Tag, Johnny.
I think we all need a pot of coffee after last night.
After last night, I will
Yikes.
take any kind.
Yeah.
All right, well, you don't have to take a vacation across the Atlantic to go to an authentic European coffee house.
Or Haas. Johnny Diloretto has discovered one here in Central Ohio. He's live in Lithopolis. Johnny, we need some of that coffee. We're dying here.
I know.
You do, and you know what? Actually, it's so funny you should mention that because this is a very European coffee house. Joe will tell us about that in a second. And also the difference between Italian and German coffee. And while you're telling me, Joe, fill that up, brother.
All right, sure
I need
will.
another.
Which one?
The Italian. Or no, give me the German because I haven't had that. And tell me what the difference is.
Now, the difference between the two coffees is German coffees are a light city roast, is what it's called. And they're usually kettle roasted, metal kettle roasted. Which, when a hot bean touches hot metal, it changes the flavor of the bean.
Sure.
But Italians are the end-all in technology when it comes to coffee. I mean, you go to Germany for beer, you go to coffee, you need Italy.
And they just air
roasted.
roasted. The beans never touch anything hot.
Never
so
touch
they get
metal.
a totally different cup of coffee.
That's
so
right.
that's that. Come on back. We're going to eventually head into Das Küche, the kitchen, right?
Das Küche.
Das Küche. He's going to correct me every 5 minutes.
Guten Morgen.
Guten Morgen. See, I took German for like 8 years, and that's all I have to say about it. Isn't that sad? Guten Morgen. Guten Tag. Yeah, it's pathetic.
Guten Tag and Guten Morgen.
Eins, zwei, drei, fünf. I don't know.
Do you have the word for
That was
hot?
close.
Yeah, what is hot?
Hot.
Guten hot. Hot and guten.
Hurt.
Bad and hot.
Bad and hotten. We'll give you a little
Bad and
German
hotten.
lesson here. That's all you need to know.
I can feel the angry Facebook messages.
I know.
From
And
German. It's wicked smart.
All right, well, we love our coffee in the morning.
So what makes German coffee so special? Johnny Diloretto is finding out. He is live in Lithopolis, and it's all about the roasting, Johnny.
It is all about the roasting, and it's all about the, marrying of two ideas. We got Amy's German and Joe's Italian. And Joe, how do you make that work?
Well, we make it work because most coffee in Germany is Italian.
Is that right?
But with Amy, she's a second, third generation German from Cincinnati, and she wanted to bring back her roots. And so we melded the two ideas, and we came up with this.
Perfect. Come on back. We're going to drink coffee and make baked goods.
Johnny, ask him if es ist heiß.
Of it is in.
What is that?
Es ist heiß.
Es ist heiß.
Es ist heiß.
Yes.
Sure. Tell
You know
her to
what?
brush up on her German. I'm Italian. I don't speak Italian. I speak a
We
couple
tried.
things.
We're trying to say, is it hot? Right?
Well, speaking of a perfect marriage, John Hill and traffic.
Johnny Diloretto live in Lithopolis. I'm at Das KaffeeHaus with Joe Contino here. We're in the kitchen. An Italian making German coffee and
Pastries.
German pastries as well.
Giebach.
Come on back. We're going to eat up.
Hot in the kitchen, and it's going to be hot today. Lisa Colbert with the...
You never know where Johnny Diloretto is going to turn up live in Central Ohio. He's somewhere different every day.
That's right. So where is Johnny this morning? I'm sure he's very awake this morning.
That's right. I am in Lithopolis, otherwise known as Lithopolis, and I'm at Das KaffeeHaus. And this is interesting. Joe Contino, who we know from the Italian festival, flies planes for a living.
That's right.
Right?
That's right.
But Joe, you've learned to bake for the coffee shop bakery.
Yeah.
How was that?
Frau Burkhart and I
Meaning your wife.
My wife. We're blessed to have a local baker here. She baked for about 37 years in a local grocer, which was the Bays IGA. And she taught us pretty much everything we know, several lessons. She would come in here herself and show us how to do it. Now, the pastries that we make, I did a lot of research in Aachen, Germany, on the streets of Germany, and different coffee houses or pastry.
Right.
These are the typical pastries that you would see. Now these are
hold that thought, Joe, because we got to go. Come on back. We're gonna make some. We're gonna stay in the kitchen with here with Joe and bake some more. And then Amy, we have some German for you.
Oh, yeah, like a German lesson?
Yes. Something
okay, good.
Like that.
I could use it.
All right, more straight ahead. Stay with us.
Right amount of food, because it can be tricky.
I'm Johnny Diloretto, live in Lithopolis at Das KaffeeHaus, a German-themed coffee house here. And Joe's baking. We're going to make Brochen and Umlauts. See, Umlaut?
Umlauts, which is a chocolate confection.
There you go. That's coming up. Very German.
Get what you want. Good Day Columbus. Good Day Columbus is
Picking out one day.
All right. Well, when you think of German food and drink, you probably think of beer and bratwurst.
Yes, but Johnny Diloretto's live at a German cafe in Lithopolis, where the big buzz is actually the German coffee.
That's right. Yeah. And Joe has a little. What was your German for you, Amy?
For Amy, ja, ist es heißt.
Ja, ist es heißt. Okay, I was close.
Yes, it is hot.
Yeah,
it is
yes,
hot.
it is hot.
Same with that oven.
It actually is hot in this kitchen back here. All right, so we have these, Joe, and what are these?
That is German Brochen.
This is heist. This is out of my hand. Yikes.
It is traditional German Brochen that we get from actually Le Chatelaine. We contract that out. They're good enough to, we don't have the facilities to do that big of a dough mixer.
Right, okay.
So Le Chatelaine is they use a variation of their French rolls, which gets it pretty close enough.
So now you got French. Now you got Italian.
Well, let me finish.
German.
Let me finish. German rolls that are traditionally they eat them for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, are Brochen.
All right.
It's a very hard outer crust with a very soft inside.
All right.
It's really hard to find authentic Brochen in Columbus. I couldn't find anybody to make it. Tad was nice enough at Le Chatelaine. He makes these for us.
Okay, cool. We're almost out of time. Go grab your Umlauts.
Umlauts.
Umlauts are the little dots that go over the O in some German words. And Joe came up with this concept. They're
Not
little
just
cake
the O's,
balls.
the